The latest patch for Path of Exile 2 arrived just before the weekend on PlayStation 5, and while the base console can run it, the experience is a little rough around the edges. You know, performance dips, stutters, and there's sometimes the long load times tends to remind you that this game is actually pushing the hardware to its limits. Yeah, I'm just like wiggling this little skeleton. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Anyway, I just wanted to share how I've been able to get the game running at a fairly acceptable level. Well, for me personally, the game isn't overly optimized for PlayStation or consoles, as far as I'm aware. I've got an Xbox Series S. I dread to think how this runs on that. So, how I got this game running as reasonably smooth as I could. I just wanted to share how I did that, and it's really simple, but not many people tend to like talk about it that much. This game is firmly, well, mostly played by PC players, I guess. So it feels like console is a bit of an afterthought. So over in options, I just wanted to go over to the display settings, and as you can see here, I have actually put the max render resolution down to 50%. I haven't really seen too much of a difference between this and the higher resolutions there. I also kind of brought down the sharpness a little bit down to 20% because it just seemed a bit too sharp. I don't know if that sounds really odd, but everything kind of looked way too much, like kind of almost pixely to a certain degree. All the edges looked kind of harsh, and it didn't really it just looked a bit painful, to be frankly honest with you. You could go to no upscale, and man, does the game run shit. Like, it does run pretty bad. So yeah, down at sharpness, I just put it to 20. I didn't mess around with like the refresh rate that much, because even though I can run it at 120, I get more frames, but it doesn't feel consistent, and I get a little bit screen tearing. I think some TVs will actually have options to fix that. I can't remember what it's called, VSync I think it's called. I just left everything as is basically. I didn't turn off the dynamic culling or dynamic resolution. Overall, the frame rate does tend to drop in some of the other levels compared to. It's weird. I don't know why, but some levels it just runs terribly, even when there's just as many mobs on the screen. Don't know why. It's so strange. I'm sure GGG will optimize it even more, especially when we get the full version on release.